Hi guys, so I know Diego's the one in training, but I used Winnie as a reinforcer for pack mentality. What's interesting that I've noticed today with the two of them is she's the instigator here. So she'll start barking, she'll start getting feisty, and Diego is just the, oh God, don't eat me. Instead of at home where he's probably the instigator and barks at things and she's just like, whatever. So, hi kid, come on. So walking them together, I have both of them on the slip lead in one hand, and for the most part, we just ignore shenanigans like this, and we just keep walking. Let's go. Good. Winnie, leave it. Good. So whether she wants to be in front, she's just bugging him, it doesn't really matter. The idea is that we're walking together. He's doing really well with this. And I have a little clip for you of him on the treadmill with our staff training. I used him and some other the training dogs to teach Steph how to do our treadmill. He took to it really well. And he got handled by a couple different staff members and did phenomenal. So having you guys not here kind of helps where I can expose him and practice new thresholds. It's then adding you guys back into the mix where we know what the expectation is. It's just building it that he can't resource guard you. He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to. But we're walking together. I would recommend, if possible, that you both have them on the slip lead. I know they came in on harnesses, and we can definitely do harnesses, but the idea is we want that tension and release for them to pay attention. Because they're so little, there's not a ton of tension. These leashes are nice and loose, but if I needed to change directions, come on. Let's go. Yes, good. You just kind of lean into them a little bit. Come on, let's go. Let's change directions. Come on. Yes, good. Good girl. Come on. Yes. So that way we're not tug, tug, tug. Winnie. Yes, good girl. So when she pays attention, when she's right next to me, yes, that's when we get the praise and good focus. Leave it. Leave it, kid. Good girl. Anytime we have barking, disruptive behavior, you can see a little bit of the snarls. We're going to disrupt it and redirect it to a positive. So that's where I'm telling them, leave it to the mailman. And yes, good. Made good decisions. Winnie. You can see those ears back. That's her like, I hear you, but I'm going to ignore you. Now Diego is doing, good. His tolerance of this is doing really well. But kind of wanted to share a video of us doing some walking and some other decompression things just to help that anxiety and stress. But so far, so good. Let me know if you have any questions. Hey guys, so I want to do a quick little voiceover. So this is Diego doing the staff training and being on the treadmill. You see that he's not thrilled with it, but most little dogs, any dog, honestly, when they don't want to be on here, they tell us they don't want to be on here. He just kind of accepts it as his life and is slowly working on it. This is a really good sign in seeing that confidence boost and also doing mental engagement where he has to think what he's doing with his body. It's really good to see this, especially with having other staff member handle him, and realizing that I can have good relationships with other people, with or without my parents. So this is really exciting from a training and behavioral perspective. Now, this last clip that I added in was one of our sessions where I had both of them. And Winnie was very inquisitive. She wanted her pets. Diego climbed up in my lap and he was just like, okay, I'm going to be here. So I took this time after we had done some skills for him to try to eat some treats. He gets some pets. Now, what you'll notice is Winnie will get petted on one side and then she turns around, goes to the other side and gets her other side pet. I just wanted to include this because I know you guys see this at home, but just her behavior of I'm on alert, then I'm going to check in. I'm on alert, I'm going to check in. And while he just kind of fawns and says, no, I'm done, I'm right here. When you guys picked him up today, it was nice to see the negative behaviors coming out of him. I'm really curious to see what will happen with a session with Winnie and then a session with Diego. Ultimately, we'll get both of these kids on a better track. But day 2 for training is where I expected. We're getting a little bit of progress, a little bit of comfortability, but also still got to push those boundaries and build up trust. We're right kind of where I would expect us to be. But I'll see you guys next week. Let me know if you have any questions. I know training's kind of weird, especially doing recaps videos where you're not seeing a ton of huge successes. It's going to be small increment changes. But have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.